Hey guys, and welcome to yet another edition of Ratty Expounds. In case you're new here, my name is Ratik Datta and I recently did my Masters in Marketing from Purdue University, where I graduated from in the year 2024. To be more precise, it was May 2024. To be even more precise, I officially graduated. My convocation ceremony was on the 12th of May 2024. It's something that is etched in my mind, and hence I like to talk about it. It's truly surreal for me to believe that it's been over a year since I graduated, but I guess that's how the sands of time are. They are you don't even realize when the sands of time slip from your fingers, don't you? But having said that, this video is an ode to the incoming Purdue MS Marketing students who will be starting their academic year on the 14th of July, from what I understand. And which is usually at the top of the list of students who are starting the marketing program at Purdue, which is whether they should be pursuing the 10-month program or the 18-month program. Now again, I've already made a very comprehensive video about this where I objectively broke down the pros and cons of doing both a 10-month and an 18-month program, and I also spoke about why I personally did the 10-month program. This video, disclaimer, is a very subjective view when it comes to what you should be doing. At the end of the day, you should be weighing the pros and cons and making an informed decision by yourself. But these are just my 2 cents when it comes to my experience and when it comes to the experience of others in terms of what you should do. But of course, before you watch this video, I would highly urge you to watch that one, because that is an objective breakdown of the 18-month program versus the 10-month program. This is more of a subjective view, like I said. And yeah, without further ado, let's delve right into it. So just to give you a little bit of a background, I did the 10-month program at Purdue, and I again would, if I had to redo everything, I don't regret it for a second, even though what I'm going to say right now might seem counterintuitive to what I'm saying. But the point is that personally, I do not regret doing the 10-month program. If I had to do it all over again, I would take up the 10-month program. But then the reasons for those are personal, because there were a series of events which happened which otherwise might not have happened if I did the 18-month program, which is why philosophically I believe that everything happens for a reason, which is why I did the 10-month program. That's a different story. If I had to suggest someone who asks me whether they should do the 10-month or the 18-month program, simply said, I would ask them to do the 18-month program. Now again, I've laid down the benefits of doing a 10-month program, and if you already have work experience or you're someone who's looking to graduate soon, of course, by all means, the 10-month program is an excellent option. But just in my humble opinion, based on what I have experienced, I would suggest subjectively that you should go ahead with the 18-month program, and I'm going to tell you why. Again, now some of these bits have been covered in the previous video that I made, but again, this is for those of you who are leaning towards the 18-month program. I feel like this should cement that decision for you in your mind, simply because I think you are on the right track. Because when it comes to a master's program, it's a lot more than just the academics. The masters at Purdue, especially if you're an international student, this is the first exposure usually that you're getting to a university in the US. Having 18 months kind of gives you the bandwidth to explore university life in addition to doing academics, because trust me guys, the MS marketing program is a very, very demanding program. To do it in 10 months and to be enjoying university life is difficult. Now, I'm not saying that it's outside the realms of possibility. It can be done. Like I mentioned in the previous video, my best friend from Purdue did an on-campus job and did the 10-month program as well. But from what I observed, she kind of had to miss out on a lot of other aspects of university life, which actually make the experience so much more satisfying. So I do believe that doing the 18-month program kind of gives you the space to explore the university. Not just explore the university, but also gives you the opportunity to explore the country, because at the end of the day, if you space out your credits and you are doing a part-time job, it gives you the time and the resources to actually travel around the country, which is an underrated, which I personally believe should be in your bucket list for sure. Again, the 18-month program, it also gives you more time to network with individuals. And it's not just about networking. Again, I've spoken about this earlier in my channel. Networking sounds a bit transactional, and you do need to build transactional relations over the course of your time in the US as well. So again, this gives you the time and the opportunity to do that. But in addition to that, arguably definitely more importantly for me, is that you get the chance to actually forge friendships which can last a lifetime. Now again, that's not to say that you can't in the 10-month program, but again, if you have a spaced out program, it gives you the chance to again take those trips with your friends or visit family. And I think that is something which you can't really quantify, can't put a number to. Now again, some people might argue that the MS BAME program at Purdue, which is, in my opinion, the most demanding program of the business school at Purdue, at Mitch Daniel School of Business, and also happens to have the smartest people from the business school at Purdue, which is saying a lot trust me, because Purdue has some of the smartest people I've had the good fortune of knowing, and that's saying a lot because I've mentioned on this channel, I've had the good fortune of knowing some extremely intelligent people. But the BAME program, I've been in complete awe of the BAME students because they've not only managed to do the most demanding program in the business school, but have also managed to do part-time jobs and socialize. So again, like I said, it's not impossible to do it, but when you have the option to take a path which is less arduous and actually extracts a lighter mental toll on your mind, I think it's a no-brainer that you should probably take that path. It's like they mentioned in the Bollywood movie Diyo Zindagi, sometimes the most difficult path is not the correct path. In this case, there are a lot of instances where I do believe that the difficult path, the off-beaten path or the off-beaten track is the one that I would go for. But in these terms, I think in terms of just the subjective value that you derive out of being at the university, the 18-month track is a better fit. So again, those are just my 2 cents in terms of which track you should probably go with. Again, there's no right or wrong here. It's a very subjective decision at the end of the day. If you want a more objective, like I said, if you want a more objective standpoint, the other video, which you can see on the top right hand side of your screen right about here, should be able to give you greater insights into what is a better fit for you. But if you ask me today, I would definitely suggest going with the 18-month program. You get a more holistic experience of American university life, which truly for a lot of people is going to be a once in a lifetime experience. So I believe life is a sum total of all our experiences. Again, very personal, very subjective. Money can wait. Your career, 8 months is not going to make a drastic change in terms of your career. A lot of people want to treat life as a race where they want to reach the finish line first. But again, it's not about really reaching the finish line first. It's about the journey that you take, which eventually gets you there. And you never know. Sometimes taking the longer path might actually have you end up reaching the finish line first anyway. I mean, we've all heard the story of the hare and the tortoise, right? So it's all about perspective. I would love to know what your 2 cents are. For those of you who are already at Purdue or have been at Purdue in the past, let me know what your 2 cents are in the comment section below. For those of you who are incoming students, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or on Instagram, both of which I'm linking in the description below. I would be more than happy to answer any sort of questions that you have. And again, in case you're new here, please do subscribe to this channel. I expound on my personal, professional and academic experiences. And in case you're not new here and have already subscribed, thank you so much. Please do not forget to leave me one of these. It helps immensely with the algorithm of the channel. And yeah, I think that's enough for today. I love talking about Purdue. It's a great source of pride for me. It's the most important year of my time at Purdue. Was the most important time of my life. So anything else you want to know about Purdue, let me know. And I shall see you very, very soon. Until next time.